Hi, friends. My name is Doug, and this is Happy Healthy Living with Yvonne Douglas. Today, I have another awesome recipe for you. It is a curry chicken salad with crunchy mango cashews, and it's so good. Mmm. Okay, so welcome back, friends. So the very first thing we're going to do is get our chicken. I'm using 1 pound of chicken tenderloin, breast tenderloins. Um, I like using this because it's just easier when I cut it up. But we want to season it, and we want to season it really well with salt and pepper. And when we season it, make sure you always season both sides. It's very important because we want to season this really, really well. And let me get my pepper here. Once again, make sure you do both sides. I'm so looking forward to this sandwich today. Okay, and then this is some onion powder. Sprinkling some onion powder. This chicken curry salad's actually going to have some red onions in it, and it's also going to have some scallions and onion powder. And let's see, this is sweet Hungarian paprika, the Zega brand that I always talk about, and it's my favorite. I always use this on my chicken, and this is going to taste really good with the curry powder. Okay, so my chicken is nicely seasoned, and now we're going to start to cook it up. So on a medium flame, I'm going to put some extra virgin olive oil, just enough. Well, let's add a little bit more. Probably about 2 tablespoons or so. You definitely want enough to make sure that the bottom of the pan is covered, and maybe a little bit more. So I'm going to add just a little bit more. Okay, that looks good. And we want to heat up our oil, and then we're going to cook up our chicken. When we cook up our chicken, we're going to probably be cooking it for approximately 4 minutes on both sides. Okay, so my oil is pretty much heated up. I'm going to start laying my chicken in the pan. And we're going to start cooking that up around 4 minutes on each side, about. So approximately 8 to 10 minutes. Okay, we're going to flip over our chicken. It's been about 4 minutes. Lower the heat just a little bit. Remember, that was on a medium heat. Okay, I think my chicken is done. It looks good, smells good. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a bowl here and just take it out. And just keep it in this bowl for now. We're actually going to be cutting up this chicken later into little chunks. All right, turn off the flame. Perfect. Let's work on our sauce. Okay, so we're back and we're going to make our sauce that's going to go into this delicious chicken curry salad. So I have a food processor here. The very first thing we're going to start with some mayonnaise. Now, just use a really good mayonnaise. We're going to be using 1.5 cups. So just estimating here, 1.5 cups. We're also going to use white wine. We're using 1/3 cup of white wine. You can use vinegar. It would help if I took the cap off. You can use white wine vinegar. I'm going to be using some white wine, just regular drinking wine. I'm using a Riesling. And we're also going to use a little bit of honey. I'm just going to be adding just a little sprinkle of honey, probably about a teaspoon. A little bit of spicy brown mustard, probably about a teaspoon of that. And then we're adding 2 tablespoons of curry powder. We're using 1 teaspoon of onion powder. And I'm going to use a little salt and pepper, just a little bit. Probably like 1/2 teaspoon. And that's it. See what it tastes like. You should always taste test as you go. Yummy. Really good. Perfect. Okay, so next what we're going to do is we're going to chop up some celery. And I'm just cutting it up coarsely. We want about 1 cup of celery for our curry chicken salad. Make sure that you, of course, wash your celery if it doesn't already come pre-washed. Okay. Perfect. Okay, so I'm going to add my celery to this big bowl here. Remember, that's about 1 cup of celery. Then I'm going to cut up these scallions, and I'm going to be using mainly just the white part, a little bit of the light green, and we're going to be using about 1/4 of a cup. Okay, so that's 1/4 cup of scallions. We're using 3 tablespoons of red onion that has been cut really fine, diced. And we're also going to be using a Granny Smith apple here. So of course, make sure it's washed. And what you want to do with your Granny Smith apple, you're going to peel the skin off. And then we're going to julienne the apple. Can you julienne an apple? I can julienne an apple. Next thing I want to do is I have my chicken here. I'm going to cut up my chicken into little chunks. And what you want to do is make sure that your chicken is, cool down. You definitely don't want to cut up hot chicken and put it to your salad. So make sure it's cooled down, and then we're going to add it to our salad. So you can see how I'm just cutting up my chicken into little chunks. When I have a chicken salad, I really like to taste the chunk of the chicken. We have our bowl here. We already put our celery, our onion, the scallion, apple, yeah. So that looks really good. Okay. And then we're going to add our chicken. Make sure when you work with chicken, your hands are always clean. Going to give that a toss. And then we're going to add our sauce. Give that a good mix. Now the apple, and we're going to use raisins. We're using 1/4 cup of raisins. And some people use raisins in their chicken curry salad, and some people don't. I like using it because I like the sweetness of it. So my suggestion is to use it, but to each his own. So we're using about 1/4 cup of raisins, maybe a little bit more. And this is the important thing. Now, this is what's going to make it. These are called crunchy mango cashews. And they are, I got these at Target. You can put these in whole, you can kind of cut them up. You can, I don't feel like you need to roast them because I tasted them and they taste really, really good. So I don't feel like you need to do that unless you wanted to do that, but I think eating it whole is fine. Mmm. Mmm. That was good. Excellent. Now let's make our sandwich. So how are we going to make our sandwich? So I have this low-fat original pita bread. So I just have this pita bread here. And what we're going to do is I'm going just to slice it in half. And I'm going to make a little pocket. Like, I think they sell those pocket pitas. And so you definitely want to look into that if they have pocket pitas. But I just have this pita bread and I'm just opening it. So I'm just opening up this pita bread just like that for my sandwich. And then we're going to start to fill the pita pocket. And it is low fat. And then I'm going to add a nice amount of the chicken crunchy mango cashew curry salad. Look at that. That looks so yummy. And now for a taste test. All those flavors work really well together. It's excellent. I hope you give this recipe a try. Thank you so much for joining us on Happy Healthy Living with Yvonne Douglas today. Remember, if you want that homey vibe, you need to subscribe, and please give this video a like. Until next time, my friends, happy healthy living. Bye-bye.